What's up, guys? It is Rayshawn and Hugin back with another video. And in this video, we will be discussing some inappropriate songs that we shouldn't have been singing when we were children. Yeah, or just the lyrics overall that went over our heads.
Particular order, just
right.
A list compiled of songs that lyrics were not. We shouldn't have been singing along.
They weren't the cleanest.
They weren't.
They
but
weren't
it went over our heads as kids, you know.
So, number one on my list is Pony by Genuine.
Lord.
We was jumping on what? Who was jumping on what? And doing what? Baby, we shouldn't have been body rolling. But when we saw the video, we was just like, oh, that's cool. Let's do it.
The song is a bop. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a diddly vibe.
It is a diddly
But we shouldn't have been doing it.
We should not have been singing along.
We shouldn't have been singing the song. We shouldn't have been doing our own body rolls inside the...
Trying to copy Genuine.
You want to know what's funny? Another song that I did not write out, and I gotta say this. But remember when D'Angelo dropped How Does It Feel? And he had his whole body all out. Literally, he had his whole body all out. Right? And the camera's like rotating around. I shouldn't have been watching that video as a kid. None of my cousins and me should have been watching that video. Because guess what we did? We all went to one of my cousin's house. It's freaking hilarious. We went to my cousin's house. And if y'all watching this, y'all know what I'm talking about. We went to my cousin's house. We went into the bathroom. And we all we had a flashlight. We turned the bathroom light off. And we all sung How Does It Feel in the Mirror. We are idiots. When I tell you, we were idiots. And it's a memory that is literally the most funniest thing I ever remember. And also, we sung Shaggy's. We sung Shaggy's. It wasn't me in the mirror. And we said, it wasn't me. And I remember it so vividly because these songs came out together.
Good grief.
In the same, like, I feel like in the same time, like a week apart or so.
Okay.
We saw the D'Angelo
video.
It
wasn't me.
And we were...
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Exactly. Exactly.
All of it. The accompaniments, everything.
Exactly. So what are yours?
Peaches and Cream by 112.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know me. Y'all know I like 112. Peaches and I was singing along to Peaches and Cream and I was thinking they were talking about ice cream. As a kid, I thought they were talking about food.
Now, come on. Because for me, I was like...
I thought they were just singing about food. I'm like, peaches and cream? I thought they were talking about peaches and ice cream.
She was like,
they are not talking about peaches and ice cream, guys.
My girl was like, Briars and peaches? Oh, I need to try that. That's where her mind was. That's where her mind was.
I had no idea.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But my thing is, when I saw the music video, I was like, he's feeding her the peaches and cream. And he's singing about peaches and cream. Like, keep in mind, I'm literally, like, thinking about this. And I was like, well, my mama told me context clues, right?
using that primary education.
Hello? Because for me...
third grade level.
My mama was not playing them games. So I was just like, why is he feeding her peaches and cream and singing about peaches and cream? What is he trying to say? And so I was just like, And I was like, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? And little me, I'm just like, it's nothing. Like, I was like, he looked like he like feeding her the peaches and cream. So what does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
She's using context clues, inference. And she's making
very
educated
analytical, okay? Okay? And I was just like, if I had a test on this, what would this mean? But I was like, oh, he must really like her because he feeling all up on her. He feed her the peaches and cream. You see the glass of the peaches and cream. And I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on? And then I was just like, I'm not going to look too, I feel like it's a little romantic. And that's just where I took it. As I got older, we know what the peaches represent. They got emojis for it, okay?
Okay.
And we know what the cream is. We know what it is. Tampico. But yeah, that was my little mind at that age watching that video, which is crazy to me that I'm even revealing some stuff. Yeah. But
she was a smart
peaches
cookie.
And cream, yeah. For sure.
Next. Wannabe by Spice Girls. You should not have been singing along.
You want to know?
It sounds so cheerful and catchy. We shouldn't have been singing along to the Spice Girls. I'm just saying.
But that song went over our heads so much, in fact, that they put it in a Disney movie, Chicken Little.
Wow.
They put it in that. It's in the actual video. They sing along to it. They're doing like a little karaoke situation, and I'm just like, it made it here. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Disney does a lot of inappropriate things. However, it still pull a wool. That song was so impactful and meant something to us to where they actually put it in a movie where kids could be like, "Oh, I love that song." Is it not marketing? Did it not work? The people be knowing. Same thing like with Aaliyah's "Rock the Boat." Like, that's on our list.
I'm gonna tell you this. Maybe this is my pure innocent mind, but it was a couple months ago or so, probably maybe a year ago, when I realized that "Rock the Boat" is not about boats.
And mind you, I had to tell this girl, I was like, what did you think it was about?
It is not about
because
the motion
she watched
of the ocean.
Because I don't think she watched the video. And I was like, watch the video. And so I was like, you've never seen that video? Are you crazy? And she's like, I never saw the video. So she watches the video, and then she sees the little, when they do the little move or whatever. Mind you, I low-key know the choreo. Don't ask me to do it though. But she watched it and she's like, oh my God, are they talking about sex? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yeah, what did you think they were talking about? Crocheting? You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, girl. So she was like yesterday years old when she learned that. But that's okay. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of teenagers singing songs that are inappropriate, Genie in a Bottle.
Yeah. Who you trying to rub the right way? Hello? I really wish my mom would have caught on to, like, us singing that song, but because we were, like, Christina Aguilera fans, you know your kids aren't gonna do something, you know what I'm saying? But singing lyrics to the song and then have it be aired on, like, Disney Channel or MTV or whatever, your kids still gonna like listen to this stuff, and we didn't have like heavy on the internet or anything like that in the 90s and whatever, but we were watching heavy. I still see you, fool. Girl, hurry up and get the boogie out your nose. Gee whiz. Yeah, Genie in a Bottle. It was a time. We still loved it. We was here for it. Another song, A Slave for You. First of all, I knew that I wasn't going to be a slave for nobody. So I definitely wasn't going to be a slave to the song. Okay? love Britney down, but
she had her thinking that they were going to bring us back to the 1800s slavery. That is not the kind of slavery Britney was talking about.
And she sure went, because if you look at the music video, she surely said what she said. Love Britney, but I wasn't singing Slave for You. I wasn't going to sing it. I know the lyrics. And I liked what she did with the song. But, yeah, she could have changed the words. Like,
even as a kid, with me not knowing what the lyrics actually meant, I felt dirty listening to that song.
She said she felt dirty. Yeah. She's crazy.
Speaking of another song I felt dirty listening to.
What's what?
Another song I felt dirty listening to. I didn't know what the context was. What? But, dang it, where is it? Where did I write it down at?
I wrote it down. Nice and Slow.
Nice and Slow by Usher.
Let me tell y'all something. That was a bop, too.
It is a bop. However, I felt dirty as a kid. I'm like, I shouldn't be listening to this. Something tells me I shouldn't be listening to this.
You want to know what's funny with that song? Mm-hmm. He's like, I'll freak you right, I would. And I'm just like, as a kid, I'm just like, what is he talking about? Right? And I look back at my mom, and my mama looked back at me, and she said, what? And I said, nothing. Because I didn't want to be like,
see that you peeped the game.
Right. Because, again, my mama taught me the basics of context clues. You put one thing together and another thing together.
1 plus 1 equals 2.
Was hello. I was exposed to watching videos and stuff like that because that's all we did was watch music videos and sing songs. So I kind of started putting 2 and 2 together. If a guy is talking about, like, let's say Joe, and he's like, the song I Want to Know, which needs to be on the list. If it's not on the list,
it's not on the list. But we're talking about it now.
Right. And he's talking about he wished that he could take a journey through her mind and explore places that, you know, she's trying to find or he's trying to find, however the lyric goes. But I kind of started putting 2 and 2 together. These guys are talking about.
I have
said wait.
You see, you can hear first. I'm having a whole crisis.
Wait.
Wait. That's what
was Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad because maybe I should have talked about this off camera. But
at that moment, you in editing in post, you gotta put like the sound of a glass shattering.
Fusion realized her mind was fully blown, and she learned the lyrics. She really put 2 and 2 together. But no,
she has now revealed to me. She has pulled back the curtain on those lyrics.
You didn't know that for real, though?
This whole time, no. I'm thinking that he wants to know what she's thinking. I didn't know this.
Oh, he wanted to know what she was thinking. But he also wanted to make sure she was thinking the same thing he was thinking and get down to it. He wanted to be Inspector Gadget for a couple minutes or hours or whatever. Whatever was floating her boat in, she was going to be the boat that was floating.
Activities?
Ma'am. I am kikiing.
I'm torn.
Yeah. Another song that we shouldn't have been singing that we were singing was Anywhere by 112. We definitely should have been anywhere.
We should not have been singing it.
And that was the moment where I knew that all these people, I knew right there in that moment that all these people were talking about getting it on. Okay? And it didn't help that I was like, we were like listening to Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. And I'm like, What did they talk about? Let's get it on. I'm like, what is going on? Who's getting what on? What are they doing?
Exactly.
And then that's when my mom literally had to explain the birds and the bees situation. Because I was just like, what are they doing? There was too much going on in my mind. Because I'm just like, it wasn't stressing me out. I don't want nobody to think that. I don't want nobody to think that I was stressed out as a kid because I'm trying to figure out what these people are doing.
Curiosity is like, huh?
It was just,
what are they talking
it was
about?
just like, exactly. It was just like, what are they doing? And my mom's like, okay, this is what's happening. My mom's always kept it real with me. This is what they have. This is what they doing. You better not do it. Okay?
Right.
Until you get to that age where you're going to make that decision for yourself, where you going to do it. And you ain't doing it no time soon. Not in my black household. Period. I'm still stuck on that I want to know thing. And goodness, my poor friend. Go ahead, friend.
Childhood ruined. Anyway. Next one. Oops by Tweet. We were singing that song at the tippy top of your lungs, okay?
Now, let me tell you something about Oops. That was my song. Still is my song.
Hello, it is a bop. Straight bop. However, we should not have been singing that song as children. That came out in, like, what, middle school, I think?
I think so. Like 03. Gotta be like 03, 04. But heavy on the 03, I feel like. She said, tell me what I did last night. I came home around 2:45. Still so high, hypnotized, in a trance. From this body so buttery brown. Let me tell you something. A1 writing.
Hello.
And how do I know that? It's because I memorized it as a child. I memorized it as a child. However, it's still top tier lyric. Nobody is coming in swinging like that. Okay? Y'all get y'all lyrics up. But anyway, Oops. We was all singing it. All my classmates were singing it. Like, cousins and all was singing it. And that's what made it so freaking popular. It played on the radio almost every day.
A lot. Very frequently.
It was a heavy rotation. So it's like, you're gonna keep singing the song over and over again.
And it's catchy.
Missy was on the backgrounds. And Missy was on the backgrounds. Like, come on. Missy and Tim? Come on.
Speaking of Missy, it's damn near her whole catalog. We should not have been singing along to. Work it?
Her whole catalog.
Get your freak on?
As my mom says, all of her catalog is basically about hoochie cooing around. Okay? And what hoochie cooing is.
I got a picture of your mom saying it. Catalog's out.
I gotta define it. Hold on. And what hoochie cooing is throwing your vag or your tail feather in a circle for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And spinning a block. Okay? But hoochie cooing around is collecting what you need to collect. Okay?
Like infinity stones.
Hello. But yeah. As my mom said to me plenty of times in my childhood, basically threatening me, you won't be hoochie cooing around. We're not doing that. And I didn't hoochie coo around. Hello? Anyway, In Those Jeans by Genuine. Followed by Thong Song, since we're talking about in somebody's jeans. And we can talk about somebody being out of those jeans and being in a thong. A thong, the thong, thong, thong.
We were singing that at the top of our lungs for real.
We were.
Let me see that thong.
Keep in mind, Cisco's dramatic, that's another person who sings dramatic, but it's effective. It's very effective. Because come on now. Who's going to be sitting up here talking about something, let me see that thong, and they're singing it at the top of their lungs? Okay? Right. Whole diaphragm is structured to belt out
Say it with your whole chest. Saying it with your whole chest.
And then he says, I don't think y'all heard me. And then he says, oh. he said, I don't think they heard me. We didn't hear you. Clearly, we didn't hear you because you finna run it back. And then he's expressing how he likes that thong on that beautiful woman. Hello. That was a time you had to be there. You had to be there. For real, right. You had to be there.
Next one. Get Low by the Yin Yang Twins. They was singing that all throughout 8th grade, okay?
Facts.
In the hallways, in the classroom.
Facts.
To the window, to the wall.
It had to be hot to have sweat drop down your balls. First of all. It had to be a very
experience. Hot summer day.
First of all, they had to be indoors. It had to be a whole bunch of black people because you know when all black people link up, it get real hot. Okay.
I mean,
it couldn't have been no water around. It could have just been all alcohol. And you know what happens when you drink alcohol? You start sweating profusely.
And speaking of alcohol, Blame It by Jamie Foxx.
Blame it on the booze. Got you feeling loose.
Blame it on the Tron. Got you in the zone.
Blame it on the
alcohol.
Period. As you should.
You cannot tell me that minors should have been singing this song.
We shouldn't have been singing that song.
We should not have been singing along.
But they played it at like 8th grade proms and stuff like that.
Hello. That and Get Low, they was playing it.
Yeah, they was.
And speaking of songs, they were playing at school dances.
And were we getting low with our 8th grade knees? Yes.
Young knees. Speaking of songs that they played at middle school dances, Gasolina by Daddy Yankee.
Oh.
That song is not about gas. It is not about gas.
It ain't about nobody's Chevron.
That Gasolina would mean gas. But it does not mean gas. It does not.
It's not.
I was told by a Spanish-speaking friend of mine that it is not talking about gasoline.
Oh.
Okay.
Because trust, all the black girls, all the black kids went to their Spanish friend and said, what that mean? What that mean? And they told us.
Now, I got a little story about Gasolina.
Oh, good.
Because I remember very vividly. Don't ask me why I remember very vividly this, but it's in my head. As a 7th, 8th grader in middle school. I went to a majority black school. In the hood. Was it in the hood? Yes, it was. Okay.
The ghetto.
The ghetto with a capital G. Anyway, so there was a small minority of Spanish-speaking kids. Okay, Hispanic kids, right? This song came on. It was their song. This was their song. You know, this was their song. All the girls rushed off from the booths in the cafeteria.
Facts.
And was trying to twerk. But they weren't doing it properly. Because it was like chicken legs. They had no... Literally one of my friends...
moving like this.
Yes, because they were doing this with their feet to try and twerk.
They was doing what with their feet?
With their feet. They were doing like this. Like this.
So they was trying to move the Purdue chicken.
Yes, they were. And one of my friends, mind you, my friend group was mostly guys, but it was a mixed group ethnically, right? And he was like, they ain't got no ass. And I was like, yo, I was taken aback.
Y'all, young teenage boys ain't nothing. Y'all mean, bro.
They ain't shit for real.
They not.
But I was just like, yo. And we were just standing there watching them because we were just like, bro, what is going on here? But yeah. Again, Gasolina by Daddy Yankee. Shouldn't have been singing along to it.
Facts.
Next on the list. Speaking of next. Too Close by Next. We should not have been singing along to that song. Not. I feel a little poke coming through.
On you?
On you? Went over my head as a kid, but as an adult?
The way that you shake it on me makes me want you so bad sexually. Ooh, girl.
Exactly. The silence is deafening, okay? Anyway, moving right along. Semi-charmed, semi-charmed life. Third Eye Blind. It is not. It starts off do 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 do. So cheerful, but then you look at the actual lyrics, and that song is not a song we should have been singing along to. It is talking about drug use, paraphernalia. We should not have been singing along to that song. Okay.
At all.
Next, Milkshake by Khalees. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. What milkshake, man? Because clearly with the rest context clues with the rest of your lyrics, you are not talking about milkshakes made from milk.
The beverage.
The beverage. They're not... They're definitely sucking on something, but not a straw.
Those are all the ones that we could come up with for today's video. But if you have a song that was inappropriate and you listened to and sang along to as a child, make sure you put that down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on and click all.
On notifications.
So you can be, exactly. So you can be notified every time that we post.
So you can peep game, okay? Game recognized game.
Period. And make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms, which will be in the description box down below. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.